Good afternoon. It's April 8th, 2026, and it's a Wednesday, and we are in the 9 p.m. hour, and settlement is 6823 and a half. You can really only laugh. We haven't called the bottom, but all you can really do is laugh. This has been untradeable for the most part. Tried to get in a bunch of trades here on a PA. PA is still active, but I haven't been able to eke out a proper profit for very since I can't remember when I tried to eke out profit off of the PA. Recap. Just let's just recap. Let's start here. Over the weekend, Trump was like, "Oh, we're gonna give Iran a deadline of Tuesday 8 p.m. and if we don't come to a deal, we're gonna blow the shit up." Essentially, Iran comes and says, "Okay, we'll do something. We'll do something. Let's get a ceasefire going." And then today, Redacted was treating that ceasefire like nothing, and it's things are still going on. Added daily volume as well. So we got our contract open. This is when it became apparent that there was going to be a ceasefire at minimum. And then somewhere at the close, somewhere around 2:15, around the time that the FOMC deal was happening, Redacted was still bombing something. They were bombing Lebanon. Um, and that brings us to here. I called in the chat, if the Bears want to step up, now is the time for them to do so. Will they? No clue. No clue. Because we have this big old fair value gap here. Well, something that's being created as a fair value gap. Um, Contract open is the discount of that candle. So if you want to buy SPY, ooh, look at SPY. If you want to buy SPY, it would have to be the midpoint here at 667. That would be your buying opportunity. If you're a bear, then you should be selling at open tomorrow. Those are just the two sides. Those are just the two sides trades right there for you. Where I lean, daily volume here on SPY. Not on micros, but on the actual contract, yes. Not on the Awanda contract and on actual SPX. And in terms of the 20-day, we're at the high. Well, yeah, we blew past the 75% retracement level of the 20-day. So part of me wants to call the bottom, but I think I have to wait until Thursday's close, or at least next week's Thursday's close. Regardless, if you're just buying SPY, just buy anywhere and do nothing. Like all of this, you should have been buying, and just closing your eyes and just praying, essentially. But in terms of a precision trade, week open is down here. It would be great if say okay, say this is the weekly range. I already called this contract open as the buy. This here at 6600, or in this case 6653. Those would be some of the best buying opportunities for me. Then obviously 665 here, which is the midpoint, somewhere around the midpoint of this. That's also a great trade as well. In terms of a bull move, in a bear move, in the bear scenario, like I already said, just sell now. But in terms of SPY, we gotta start at least somewhat considering if this is the top or not. We don't know because yes, yes, you can buy this, but you want to see them go past the high. Do you think you're gonna go past the high? I don't know. Is this a shift in structure? Maybe. And if it is, contract open. I mean, actually go here. If it is the shift, 665 or 653. Those are the two levels that you could put limit orders on SPY for the buying opportunity. And obviously, if we go past here, then we close past here, then you just got to close out on a little bit of a cash loss. But that's the bullish idea that I have. Now the bearish idea is you sell at Thursday's open. And then obviously if you're a bull, just buy the Thursday close buy, or you could wait until next week and do that Thursday close buy. Where do I lean? I don't know. I don't know because everything is really cognizant on things calming the fuck down over there. And even though we are at this price, just from looking at what's still going on over there, I can't really say that things are going to calm down. I would love for them to calm down. I will trade as if they're going to calm down. And I'm still trying to be bullish here. But yeah, like I said in the chat, just buy SPY and close your eyes. Hopefully I've said this multiple times throughout this run. Because that's good, that's good, that's good. This is okay. So look, this is profitable, this is profitable, this is profitable, this is profitable, this is profitable. This would be the bottom, but because I haven't called it the bottom, we would have to call this the order block. This open right here, and calling that the order block would mean this would also be the buying opportunity here. Yeah, we've well gotten below the Q4 2025 low. I think I was looking here at Q3. Let me mark this as at Q3 2025. At Q3 2025 low. We didn't get that low on SPY, but we have gotten a fish. We've been working under Q4 2025 low. So shout out to all the bulls down here that said, okay, now I can buy. Now I can buy. Is this the full shift? We don't know. It's a mess. Not only is it a mess, as we all know, someone, I put in quotations, we all know who I'm talking about here. Someone is clearly insider trading this. They've been putting crazy bets on oil. I think I saw the number of, it was either 52 million down or 52 million in profit. Either way, someone is making multi-millions insider trading. And I guess by the time 2028 comes around, that person will either be found out and charged. Who knows? Who knows? But regardless, if we're treating this as a shift, here's your discount. This is your discount on SPY 653. And right now, you just have to hope and pray that everything that's going on in the Levant calms down and everything should be good. He keeps saying that we've won this war. I'm going to have to take his word on that because he said they have no Navy, they have no this, that, and the third. The way he's talking makes it seem like they are severely, that Iran in this case is severely, I don't know what the word is, but they don't have the power no more. That's what the chatter is. I'm not saying that it's true, but that's what the chatter seems to be. So is anywhere as a pullback under this the buy and the bottom? We'll see tomorrow. We'll see if I'm calling the bottom tomorrow. I just don't know if if this is the bottom. But if it is the bottom, then somewhere along those lines, that's the pullback, and then obviously this is your soup. This is your macro soup there. Uh, Wednesday, Thursday. This Thursday close by would be the best trade in theory. If you're buying every single week, every single Thursday, closing your eyes and just hoping and praying, this would be the bottom here. Um, it's just hard to call. I think it was, yeah, this was Easter here. This is the Easter bottom, as you would call it. And that's ironic if you know the actual true meaning of Easter. That's pretty funny. Um, so this is the Easter bottom here. How about that? How about this? Let's just call it just moving forward. We're gonna call it the Easter bottom. It's not the actual bottom, but it's the Easter bottom. Let's say it's not an official call of the bottom. You know, a different call of a bottom would be, you know, what we called definitively in 2025. We called this as the definitive bottom because this was all about tariffs. Scared everybody out. Said, I'm just kidding. And then chopped around, swap, soup here, and bull run. This being the bottom, I don't know. I don't know. Let's go a little bit retail with it, right? Let's go to the line chart. That's supposed to be a break of structure. And can you really trust? How could you have really trusted with everything going on that this would definitely be the bottom? Essentially, we have to be a galaxy brain person to trust that, okay, he's talking all this chat. It's got to be bluffing. It's got to be the bottom, right? I wasn't in the state to call that. I wasn't. Someone else may have. Someone inside, obviously, could call that. Me, personally, I couldn't call it. So now I need to wait. In terms of calling a bottom, I will have to wait until a pullback. This is the last Thursday close by before we get into the Thursday, tomorrow, essentially. We will reconvene tomorrow in terms of if this is a bottom. We just need to see both what happens macro and what closing price ends up being tomorrow. So yeah, we'll have to take it. We'll have to reconvene tomorrow. Crypto 70,000 bounced off this low here. Bounced off the March low essentially to a tick. See this fair value gap here. And it looks like they got the midpoint of that already, so we would like to see if that holds. The volume between these 3 days are practically the same, around 11,000. No added volume here, but a clear amount of added volume here. Faked everybody who tried to get in on this fair value gap here. Ran them out, so we really just need to see if they want to invert this tiny fair value gap here. Now let's look at the DAX. I don't really look at the DAX all that much as I should. This is what the DAX looks like. It's chopping within this range, trying to see if they could invert this candle here. And that was a weekly, right? Yeah, trying to invert this weekly candle here. And in terms of the monthly, you got this fair value gap and high. Month high here. That month high is not Q2 2025 high. It's like the midpoint of it. It's like the gap of it. But we're holding this low here. And in order for us to go up on SPY, this would have to hold this high here and go lower, in theory. Here's oil, since that's among the bubbles. Maybe I talked about these levels here. I don't know. Um, Added volume here since they're chatting about this thing is done. They haven't gotten this peak high of the year yet. And then pretty much there's nothing else to look at there. We don't know. This day's volume is added on the main futures, on the mini futures. We need to see if this is going to be the bottom. We will see tomorrow. You have a blessed day.